What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stirfry. It's your boy, Chef T.
I'm with a Spacekid.
And our special guest today, the man, the myth, the legend, Lon6z. What's up, my dude?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hey, all the way from LA. How's that weather out there, my guy?
I ain't gonna lie, today is a beautiful day.
Oh, man. It's rainy here. It's chilly. Ugh.
When it's bad weather your way, it's good weather this way.
Of course it is. Hey, we're getting there. Yesterday was like 60.
Yeah, yesterday was smooth.
Yeah,
for sure.
Today was 55 here, so we had a bad day.
Yeah. See, we got some of your sun. All right, so you're an artist, engineer. You kind of do it all in the music game. You're in LA right now. How much music you got in the vault? How much you got prepared?
I
feel like you got like a catalog you're just like sitting on right now.
Man, I really feel like with music, you got catalogs of like done songs, R&B, rap. I got songs that's halfway done, got hooks. I got songs that some parts my homies like, some parts they be like, we gotta work on. And then some songs we gotta get features on. I got a lot of music though. Like they all just based on moods too. So
I respect that. Yeah, so how long have you been making music?
All right, so I started making music around when Wiz Khalifa was popping. You feel me?
The good old days.
Good old days. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what really got me into getting my own studio. When I seen him just recording any and everywhere, I was like, man, I got to do that too.
You say Wiz like 2009 or like
10?
Hotter? Okay,
like 10, like literally 10. Like
okay, boom.
Okay.
When Gang Bang and Phone Number, the Cabin Fever dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, classic, dude.
Yeah, Wiz was super cool.
I miss that old Wiz. I just miss, man.
I want to hear that street Wiz.
Yeah. 100%. So, take me back. 2009. Wiz is popping. You're like just getting into music. What's your hustle? What kind of music are you making? Are you selling CDs?
Literally. You funny, man. I feel like I want that interview. What's that dude in the UK who be knowing all the interesting facts about rappers and stuff?
Yeah, the one with the goofy looking one?
I know you're talking about.
Nah, but back then I had just moved back from LA. When I first graduated high school, I went to LA. I was working hella jobs out here. And then when I moved back, I ended up getting my stuff together real fast. Like I got my own apartment in Ohio, and I started doing my own little studio. I paid like $1,100, I think. I went to Guitar Center. They gave me a Mac Mini, a microphone, and like a cheap audio interface, and it lasted me for like 2-3 years. Like it really lasted forever. And at that point in time, I was working at Walmart. So I was working at Walmart, and I was just making music. That's it. At that point in time.
Yeah, so you went the whole route. You're like, you know what? If I'm going to record music, I want to kind of be in control of all the aspects of it. If I'm going to invest in it, I want to be able to like learn all aspects.
Literally. And I learned that. I feel like I learned that a little earlier than everybody, because it was like a wave. It was like a very small wave of people who wanted to get their own studio back then. But now you see today, everybody and mama got a studio. Like, if you ain't got a microphone, you low-key lame. Like,
no, yeah, literally. I mean, and especially with, all these USB microphones now, and, they're so portable and cheap. Everyone's kind of doing that.
But the engineering game just, I started off with it, like just recording myself and doing my own music, and went through trial and error and trying to sound good and always trying to sound like Drake. Drake was like the hot of me. Like I don't need my vocals like Drake, monotone, clean cut. So it's like I'm always battling all the time. Like, I gotta sound like Drake. Just like the clarity. You remember how like his stuff was just sounding so beautiful to your ear?
Yeah, it was just so clear. It's just the tone, even just like through the speakers.
What made you comfortable in saying I'm about to spend $1,100 on this equipment? I'm thinking like you're younger, your friends are buying Jordans, hoodies, going to concerts, but you said $1,100 on a studio.
I be telling everybody like it's some weird stuff, but I've been into credit since I was like 17 or 18.
Okay.
I got introduced in weird ways, which I'm pretty sure is normal to everybody now, but I got introduced to credit from Old Navy at first. Like they was like asking me on a credit card. Then I went to Guitar Center and I was like, man, it was Black Friday. That's what happened. It was like Black Friday and it was like, or you can just sign up, you can get the discount and you can get a credit card with us, this and this. And I was just like, shoot. I was like, so how long do I got to pay it back? And it was like, well, if you pay it back within 12 months, there's no interest. And I'm like, swear. They like, yeah. So I'm like, that's basically $100 a month. Like, why not? Like, why not? That's kind of what got me my studio though.
Okay.
Ooh, that's crazy because people think, you should be able to take these risks, right? You took a risk of not being able to pay it off, I mean, yeah, it's not that much money, but like you still took that risk at a young age. Most people they make excuses. They're like, oh, I can't start my own studio, or I can't record music, I can't afford it. But there are ways, you just got to be willing to kind of take that risk and maybe sign up for that credit card. And
you can't be afraid. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, whatever you want to, like I tell everybody, I can't wait to have my first kids too. Like, I'm gonna teach my kid that like you just gotta go for any and everything that you set your mind to. Cause it's like we feel it so much stuff and like we feel it to ourselves and our mental. Like we fail. So why not feel it? Why not feel that what we trying to become or what we really want to do? Like, you know what I mean? Why not just try it? Like what we got to lose? Like definitely had a kid, you can go back home to mommy and daddy. Most kids, like, you know what I'm saying? Like go ahead and fuck. Like go ahead and blow $1,000 on something that you love. Like people got 10 pair of shoes, Jordan.
Right, because if you want it, you'll make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll find that $100 a month to pay that credit card back because it's worth, that's what you want to do. That's what you really love and you're passionate about.
I'm pretty sure you was like that with the camera. Like,
oh, dude, guess what? Best Buy credit card, baby. Zero, man. Yeah, 0% interest for 12 months. So
smart thinking.
Yep, did the same thing.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta find ways to get what you want. I mean, don't wait. Because what are you gonna wait? You're like, oh, I'll wait till the end of the year when I have enough money. Oh, wait, then Christmas comes around, you're paying all these gifts, or you're doing all this, extra stuff. You don't have any more money then. You know what I'm saying? Like it just keeps getting pushed off until you make the leap of just saying, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna go for
it. And that's just procrastination in reality.
Yeah. That's most people, right?
We'll know best. Look, we'll know how people work. Ain't that right, Will?
People definitely just be afraid. They be waiting, making up excuses, everything.
Yeah. So you bought this keyboard. How'd you kind of learn to engineer? Was it just you experimenting, or did you kind of like, were you watching like videos, YouTube videos to learn, or?
At this time, YouTube University was lit, but it wasn't lit. It wasn't like, cause like I tell people what I learned in college. The biggest thing I learned in college was how to learn. And at this point in time, I didn't go back to college. I was just, I was fresh out of high school. But I really learned. I met these white dudes, bro. I call it like it's this dude named Justin and Phil, I think. And they would just had like this crispy ass sound. Like they was just to be like, yeah, we got the crispiest sound in town. And like I started kicking it with them, and they really had the crispiest sound in town. Like it was no joke. But they showed me little shortcuts, like, you need EQ, you need compression. Didn't even know how to really work it though, just to be honest with you.
Right.
But you need EQs and compression. And it's like like I said, it was trial and error. I had this thing called Pro Tools SE. It was like a downgrade of Pro Tools. And you only can have like 13 tracks maximum. So you was limited. And I was one of them people, I used to have 50 tracks. So I had to do this conversion from Pro Tools, export my stuff and send it to GarageBand, because GarageBand had more natural not natural, but like presets that already came with GarageBand. I throw some EQs and auto-tune. Then I send it back to Pro Tools just to finish the mix. So it was like I was doing the most.
So just
like,
to make sure,
to learn how to edit.
When you say like town, are we in Bowling Green at this point of the story?
We in I'm in Dayton. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So you're in Dayton. You finally are trying to figure out how to mix stuff. Then you go back to school, right?
Yeah. So I was working at Frito-Lay. And at Frito-Lay, they had me working slave shifts. They had me working 70-hour weeks. but I was getting paid like $16 an hour. So I was making good money, but I'm only like 20 years old. So I'm over here slaving. I got a nice car, all that, but it's like, I'm really not gonna be able to enjoy it. And they moved me to full-time and I just started losing my mind. I was like, I can't do this, bro. And so I just told me to go back to school because I was already going to a community college and I had like dean's lists every quarter. They were still on quarters too. Made dean's lists all the time. So when I transferred to like Bowling Green, it was really easy. But I ended up going there for film as a major and I minored in audio technology. So I created a minor which is specialized in like audio, like editing and stuff like that.
Hey, fellow film major. There we go.
You feel me? Film major. You feel me?
But so why did you go for film production?
Man, I told you it's deep stories. But in high school, I took this class called film criticism, and I just gained a crazy passion for for film, just the art of film. And I was into the directing stuff, but I lost my passion at BG. BG made me lose my passion for like film because the way I just felt like there was some BS. But I still kept my passion.
It's very clicky there.
It is clicky, yes. At least you know, like you know.
Oh yeah.
It's clicky.
If you aren't in the in, if you're not in the in crowd, then you're.
If you're not in the in, yes.
Yeah.
Like it was so clicky, and it was just like it was discouraging because it was like the access. Because like remember the VCT department?
Yeah. Anybody could check shit out there. I feel like
man, but they had the most shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
they had more.
Yeah. Well, that was a problem at the film stuff. You couldn't check everything out. You had to get all these certain classes in order to check it out. But in like the VCT or even the media production, they would let you can just check out whatever you want. You know, you're in the major.
Yeah, I was in media production. We used to just take stuff because we were bored.
Yeah. You literally have to be
you had a good second in telecommunication or media, media production. Y'all was lit. Y'all just didn't have to fire cameras though. Like
that's facts. That's
VCT had the cameras. They really had everything though. Film was just petty. They had everything too. They just was petty.
Yeah. And we got I think when you left, we got like the Alexa, the big mini Alexa Mini.
Swear.
Yeah, so we shot on that a little bit, but we can only use that in class. But So you're going for film production, and then obviously your minor is what you are most passionate about now. So did you learn a lot taking that minor? Like, did it help you like get to the next level of mixing?
Nah, so it was like,
okay.
Shout out to Bunts. His name Professor Bunts, the lead head of like the music audios and all that at BG. But he was a great professor. I would never knock him. Like any question I had, he would answer like the best way. I learned a little bit, but what I really learned was after college, because I was one of them dudes, like I got into the recording and music, but with music is mathematics. I don't know if people know that, it's math. Like it's like, music theory, the art of music theory, and understanding what sounds good together, what works together. I didn't understand that, but I always knew how to make good music just naturally. And I ended up going to Nashville, and it's called Music Circle. It's like where all the like white country music studios at. And there's this thing called Music Circle, and they got all state-of-the-art like studios. And I finessed me a internship. I'm talking about I did the most biggest finesse. Like I got me a finesse, and I got in, and I got to be there 24 hours a day if I wanted to. Like I had full access, and I didn't have no place to stay. I just went out there. I asked my mom's sister that she never met in her life, that I never met, could I come out there and stay? And I stayed on her couch for like a month and a half, and I just kept going. I ended up learning hella shit though. Basically, I learned hella stuff. He was just testing us, showing us how to set up the state-of-the-art mics, manly mics. We was really recording real live bands, like people working for Taylor Swift was coming there, like her, because everything union, like in the country world, like it's a lot different. So I really learned a lot more about recording, how to make stuff sound good, why do certain things, what matters. So that's what kind of like, when I came back home after that, I just sat down. I even learned how to sing, like for real after that. Like I started learning how to sing stuff in key, and I got chord progression. And I feel like that's when I started getting better on the engineering tip. It was like after that internship.
Yeah, I bet that like it is very eye-opening to kind of see this like band setup? Because I feel like when you set up for a band, you're recording a band, there's so many different aspects of every little thing that you really don't think about when you're doing like just vocals over a beat.
How different is it seeing like a country session versus a hip hop recording session?
Man, that stuff night and day, dog. Like we talking typical, like just regular, like
yeah.
So typically, I mean, we all see it on YouTube or like somebody's music video. People, they upload an MP3 beat, and you know what I'm saying, and somebody rap on top of the beat.
Yeah.
And with country, it's really deep. I ain't gonna say nobody don't rap on MP3s. I'm not gonna knock nobody hustle, but typically they build like from scratch.
Layers, right?
Like when I say layers, they really, everything is written on paper down there. So it's like, you know how like people reading the violin, read notes for the violin.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. Like it's like everybody reading their notes, performing. They really doing live performances on an instrumental tip. And then sometimes they even had an artist there performing with them. Or they just have separate. But it's like, that's why the dynamics of country music is so beautiful. Like, and I ain't trying to sit here and be an advocate for country music or nothing, but we talking about it. That's why reason why it sounds a lot different than the hip hop music. So like the studio sessions is totally different. They like rock, it's like what you want to be in, like to enjoy performing. Like if you go on one of them sessions, you'll be like, I really just was in that session. Like that was amazing.
Gotcha.
So would you want to bring some of those aspects to your music? Like having say you would have a band at some point, or, make music with the live band?
Definitely. As far as on the engineering tip, I'm a pass.
Right.
I'm a pass. That's just too much work. I would prefer to mix than track. Yeah, but on the like creative side, definitely, man, because it's like it's next level shit. It's just like it's almost like you got a Drake song with a live band. And he really recording a song to a live instrumentation, and you hear that bass. That shit beautiful. It's like next level. It's like people really get into that music like way more. I feel like it rub off in our ears differently than just like stuff getting made on pads all the time.
Like, yeah. It's kind of just that feeling of somebody's playing that physical instrument. It's not just like a loop. It's not just, it's just a different type of feeling.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
so you got that internship after you were in school or
after? Yeah, I was going through a little situation where I was done with school.
Okay.
But I decided to take an internship. And I did a golf internship at first. I did some video work. The worst internship I ever did in my life, but the most I ever probably learned in my life in a short amount of time. And then I ended up going to Put in Bay, and I worked there for like 3 months at Put in Bay Island. I know you heard of Put in Bay.
Oh, yeah.
I went there for like 3 months. I saved every paycheck I ever had there. And then the whole time I was there, I was trying to get my internship in Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, so you're just like internship.
Yeah, because the golf internship helped me graduate. Like that one was, and I only needed 1 credit hour at that. So I was just doing bare minimum because I just wanted to graduate. Like some people do 12 just to boost their GPA up. That's the reason why they do 12, because they like, I got a 4.0 with 12 credit hours worth, so it's gonna boost my cumulative up. Right. Like me, I just did 1 credit hour, like got it out the way. But the internship in Nashville, like it was different level. Like.
So what'd you do after that? You can't move back to BG or Dayton?
I was broke. So I ended up moving back to Dayton. I had this rental car for like a month long, like barely can afford it. And I just left. And that internship was more just for me to like get my foot in the door. That was like, that was not for school or nothing. Like that was me just trying to figure out stuff. But I ended up coming back to Dayton. I was going, man, I had to figure out life. And I just kind of like start trapping through the studio. Like I had to open up a studio and just like record. Like I was just anybody. Like I was just trying to get that money and taking people. They was sending me projects to edit. And I just kind of went in my bag and had to
what you was doing, like the 20 an hour, 60 an hour?
No, whatever. To be honest, it's like, I mean, I set my market like 20, 25, and I'd be like, man, you throw me 30, I get your song mixed. Like, it's just whatever money.
Okay.
Right, you're just trying to make money, get clients.
Cause the thing about that, people don't understand about engineering, it's like a hard work game or a super finesse. Now, if you're more in the industry, like, and you got more of a bigger clientele, like out here in LA, it's different because I can bust heads. I ain't gonna say bust heads, but I can charge at least some type of my work. Yeah. Like I can say $125 an hour or $100 an hour. In Dayton, or maybe if I was just in Ohio in general or Midwest, it's like I gotta work with people. So it's like, man, I gotta $40, $35 an hour or something. And then I want them to book for 4 hours. I need them to book. I want them to go 4 hours so I can make some cheese. Like, you feel me? So if I can get them to spend $100 overall, I feel like I won. Like, that was good for me. Like, $100 in 4 hours, that's solid.
Yeah, but then you do the math, you're like, damn. I mean, it's still good, but you're not what you're worth. Not at all.
But it was a building process. It's like I'm making money every day, because if I knock it, and then if I do, somebody send me a project, I can do that on my own personal time. So it's like I really made good money today, $200 in one day, and then if I'm doing that on at least a 150 on the average, I'm making solid money. Like, it was solid.
I mean, that makes sense. I feel like the average person make between like $80 to $300 a day. Like, we talking about like the average job. You ain't got no super degree or something.
Right.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah. Did you plus during that whole time, you're working on this stuff every day, so you're getting better. You know.
Thanks.
That's like the main thing. You're getting better. You're gaining all these like different kind of experiences, working with different kind of artists too, right? Like, I'm sure you're doing like.
That's the funniest part of the whole situation. That's what like I feel like I win at, because it's like most people I'm working with in Dayton or something, they not on or nothing like that. When I mean by on, they not like signed or got somebody supporting them. They just trying to make music. So it's like, and when I say Dayton, I don't used to be in Dayton at all. I used to just be in Ohio, but I was in Dayton for like a short amount of time.
Right.
But like, even when the people I was working with, it's like I got to help them be even more creative. I got to help them get better as artists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got to throw my recommendation, but also I got to be open-minded to like letting them be them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a big process, and that's a huge process of the engineering. Definitely, if you're tracking people, tracking is recording. If people don't know, but if you're tracking people, you got to learn that happy medium of like letting the artist be them, and then also helping them become better. Also voicing your opinion in the most respectful way. Like, it's a lot of elements to it.
So if, I don't know if you were in Bowling Green or if you were in Dayton, but you reached a point where you were in Ohio, and you basically woke up, was like, I'm about to go to LA as a grown man and stay there. So how did you get to that point in that day?
All right, that's a good question. Right. So basically, remember I said I came out here for a year and a half and I lived out here. I was only 18 when I was out here.
Gotcha.
So graduate college, boom. I graduated a little late. I graduated like 24, but I only went back to BG for like 3 years. So graduate, boom, internship, boom, boom, boom. All right, so then, come on, Will, we did the concert. So now I'm good, everything money. I'm moving, I'm working. Got good clientele. We do a concert, the 21 concert.
Hey, it's people that's a little loud in the background.
Oh, my bad. Yo, you loud, buddy. My bad, buddy.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool.
So now we doing the concert. So we do the investors, bam, bam, bam. Put our money into it. It don't rock the way it need to rock. Like, okay. We successful as far as like bringing somebody there and as far as getting a nice amount of crowd, but we weren't successful on our overall goal, what we was trying to accomplish. So I took an L on that. About time that moved forward, I basically had to get back on my feet. Because I basically I made a little promise that whoever took an L in there, they was gonna break even at least. So I had to make sure I paid a lot of people back. And once I got on my feet, I literally was just like, I got a choice, man. I'm about to go to Texas with my lady friend, or I'm about to go to LA. And I hit up my cousin, and she just basically was like, I'm trying to move back to LA. I said, me too. She was just like, well, shoot, I'm trying to move back next month. I said, me too. Like,
yeah, sign me up.
And my cousin, like, she about business. Like, she serious. She ain't a headache. She a full adult. just dealing with an easy person basically. So we end up I was like, book a ticket next week. Let's just meet down there. She met me down here. We looked at apartments and we just made that happen. Like we just found this apartment and she drove U-Haul from New York all the way to California with her husband, and I met her down here. It was on.
That's crazy. So it was literally just a month out. You just like, all right, I'm trying to do it too. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, because I learned the secret about moving, man. Like you just gotta do it. Like no matter if you broke or got money,
you'll figure it out. Yeah,
figure it out. Cause the thought of waiting to move and be like, what are you waiting on? You're gonna be like, wait till I get to what, $2,000? What? That still ain't enough. Like it's only a month of rent. Like goddamn it, like what, 2 months, 3 months? Like just bring your ass on and figure it out. Like if you a hustler, you a hustler. Like you gonna figure it out. Like
yeah, that's a good point, because what happens though is people wait. They wait and then they build bigger roots here. Maybe they'll find some they'll find their wife.
My family. I can't do it. I'm gonna leave Joe.
Like, then it's they'll find their wife, they'll have kids, and then you can't move. Like
I feel like miscellaneous problems. Like you could say, I'm not gonna move. I'm saving up this money. Then your car break down, and then that costs $1,500. Now you back at 28.
Yeah.
For one, yes. So you might just bring that ass here, boy. Just
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what Will's doing, just saying fuck it, just going.
Good. Hey, listen, it's gonna pay off. Cause if you a doer, you a doer. Like, if you get shit done, you're gonna get it done. You're gonna figure it out. Like it's like the way I tell people, like if you use your resources, like we all got resources. The thing about people don't use their resources. Resources come in all shapes, forms, fashions. Like we know that a resource is a resource. So like I tell people, like I'm the type of dude, like I'm not a moocher, but like I'm not afraid to suck up my pride. Like, you feel me? So it's like, if I needed to sleep on your couch for a month and I know that my outcome and I can pay you back in the most best way I possibly can at the end of this journey or whenever I can like tell you I am, like I'm gonna suck up my pride and do what the fuck I gotta do because I got a bigger goal. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People be forgetting what the bigger picture is and just be so focused on today and how they look and what they going through rather than what they trying to accomplish with it.
Yeah, that's facts, because people worry too much about what other people think in terms of like, okay, look, you graduate college, you're in debt, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you're not able to go get that, that baller apartment that, you might see other people have, right. But like you gotta maybe stay at your parents or on a couch, you gotta start working on paying back those loans or, saving up to go wherever you want to go. Sometimes you just gotta suck up your pride and do that.
Facts. Then you gotta, like the key thing, like shit, Will tell you, man, it's all about that plan.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
It's like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, see, with people, obviously, we obviously know that you got the bosses, then you got the consumers. You feel me? And with the consumers, you got the people who gonna do the norms. Like we call them the norm. So it's like you gotta create the plan. You gotta stick to it. You can't get sidetracked by what you see other people doing. What you see other people doing, that gotta be a motivation. Like it can't be it can't be like, that's what I gotta be now. Nah, I gotta be what you gotta work to get to. Like, and that's what you get at the end of the goal. You don't get between the goals, you get at the end of it. That's what you gift yourself with. Like if you see that Birkin bag or Gucci shirt that you want, you don't get that because you got the money to get it. You get it because you reached that goal that you was aiming for. So if your goal, like I tell people, if your goal $100,000, you feel me? Like you get to 40,000, you don't start buying yourself shit. You don't start doing shit for everybody else. No, you ain't reached your goal yet. You get to your goal, you buy yourself that shirt. Like, you feel me?
Yeah. So it seems, you done had like a lot of rough times. Just like anybody in life or any, upcoming artist. But, at this moment, like all the blogs are talking about you everywhere you look, especially like the blogs in the Midwest about these different people you working with or have worked with behind the scenes. So it mentions like, Boosie, The Game, Snoop, and we see like, The Game posted you. Mm-hmm. So how does an artist, reach that point? Like, what do they have to do? Because a lot of people probably confused. They're like, dang, I went to class with him and now he's around these different people.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, shit.
No.
You gotta just tap in. Like, I don't know. Like, cause it's like one of them things, like, you live in Ohio, right? Stop,
Yeah.
but come here. Let's say you live in Ohio. Like, it's hard to even dream big when you live in Ohio, first of all, because it's like, what is accessible outside of the internet, right? When you come out here in LA, everything's accessible. Even a person in Atlanta is accessible because they're gonna come out here to LA. Like, I know they're gonna come to LA. Like, so it's like you stay in the studio, and with the combination of manifestation and, like, you know, law of attraction and all that good stuff, like, you go in the studio, you're gonna end up meeting hella people in the studio. Like, you're gonna eventually keep walking in the studios every night. You go to a different studio or kick it with this person. You're gonna walking in random studios with different invitations and just meeting hella people. So, and then you're gonna go to events where you just meet hella people. And now, like I said, when I first came out here, it was more like an instant, like, damn, I'm just meeting hella random fucking people, like, really, like, having full-blown conversations with niggas at, like, a random-ass event. But this is the norm out here because it's just the habitat. Like, this is what I pay for. This is the rent I pay for out here. To live is like, come out to this weather, meet these people, see celebrities like they regular-ass people, and network. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's just how the game works.
So your biggest thing is probably, like, a lot of people just are on social media and they trying to send these DMs, but you really at these networking events popping up, you know, you'll pay a little extra to see certain people because you know, like, the outcome.
Facts, because it's the bigger picture. Like, I had this manager out here, man. His name was LeBron, man. He was a great guy, bro. Still a good guy. Like, excuse me, I ain't saying like he died or nothing. But basically, he always used to tell me, he'd be like, Lon6z. I'm like, what's up, bro? He'd be like, man, you gotta see the bigger picture. Like, he just always said it to me. He'd be like, no. He said, sometimes, man, you gotta suck up your pride. You gotta, like, come out here and you gotta show up every night. When we go in these events, he's like, I ain't getting these events for us to go to, for us to just be in this motherfucker, like, just standing around on some corny shit. Like, but at the same time, we can't be walking around being thirsty, right? So it's just like, you got to just be yourself. Like, and I always tell people, when you come to LA, you got to be you times 10. And, like, I'm me, period. Like, I'm going to just be me. I'm not dramatic. I'm just me. I might have been dramatic my whole life if you consider me dramatic. So, like, it's just me. Yeah. But you got it. Go ahead.
Nah, I had nothing to say.
Well, I was thinking, like, that's another good point that you went. I think finding someone to go with to a networking event makes everything better. You know, maybe find somebody that's like-minded and wants the same things you do. And then it makes those networking events not as awkward, and you feel more, you know, like you could actually, you know, start these conversations because you feel comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, then you got to, like, not even that, bro. You just got to, like, you got to have sauce. Like, yeah. I mean, you walk in there, you if you never knew how to network in college, you're going to be like, whatever. You're going to always attract the same type of shit. Like, my thing is, like, if I want to work with motherfucking, like, Megan Thee Stallion, I'm going to track the shit. Like, I'm going to reach out to her, Instagram, like you said. If not, I'm going to catch my vibe. Like, I'm going to catch the moment. I'm going to hear she in town. I'm going to go over here. Like, I'm going to do what I got to do. And if I got to pay the ticket, I'm going to pay the ticket if that's what I want. So it's like, that's just how the game works. It's just like, you got to, like, know what you want. Like, you'll tell me, Brody, like, you got to know what you want. You got to go for it, bro. You got to figure that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Yeah, you have to know again, like, it goes back to what you said earlier about, like, setting those goals and achieving those goals. Like, if that's what you want, you're gonna do everything in your power to make that happen, no matter what barriers are in the way.
Yeah.
So within the next, let's say, 4 months, what's your biggest goals in music that you want to do?
Man, so with music's so deep to me, man, because it's like, I got, like, different goals with music, you feel me? So it's like, with music, I want a Grammy. That's my number one thing. Sometimes I don't act like it, but it's definitely my number one thing. But it's like, with music in the next 4 months, I would like to have some booming singles, like, really booming. I definitely want to be very more, like, so consistent. Shit, I want to be doing shows, because, like, we going back to real life now. So shit, I definitely want to be doing some shows too. So I'm just make sure I'm just staying active. I like being active.
Like shows on the West Coast or everywhere? Like where?
Man, everywhere, especially around the United States. But everywhere.
Got you.
Yeah, maybe even get one of those opening tickets, for a bigger artist. That would be dope. Like, and travel with them.
Maybe throw another show. I think that might sound better. That might sound work good because I 21 owe me. That nigga owe me. I might gotta book him.
That was a crazy night.
Man, that day was so crazy. Man.
I couldn't even imagine. I was just there. I couldn't imagine what happened behind the scenes. But man.
I feel like I was drained. Like, you know how like a football player probably play so hard for that championship game.
Yeah, you probably went home still like a baby, dude.
Listen, before the game started, I knew we lost by 24. Like,
or by 21. Yeah.
Like, we got no homo. We got blew out. Like, I knew it was over. I was just like, I'm about to go out here and just play my heart out. Like,
yeah, the opener. I mean, honestly, the opener saved that. Like, you guys kept the energy up. That really kind of saved the concert. Because it could have been this awkward moment where it's like nobody was performing and everyone's standing around like, what the hell is going on? But you guys
you see what was going on though. That's another thing. Like, you kind of feel you knew what was really going on. Like, like everybody on the outside, no matter what, is gonna complain and was going like we going through it because they want to see the grand act. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, when it's all said and done, it was. But that night overall, that day, I feel like it turned up BG. Like, BG, that was a good.
Yeah, 100%. Like, throughout the whole day, I feel like you guys also learned a lot of lessons about it too. About
what?
Yeah.
What? He should.
I think it's interesting seeing where everybody. I feel like everybody that was booked on that flyer has like upgraded drastically from where they was at that point in time. Like, considering that was 2017, but I feel like everybody, like from the host to the people that was the dancers, the different rappers, like everybody career like boasted. Like 21 got Morgan Freeman talking on his album. He's
and he got a Grammy, nigga.
Yeah, like everybody upgraded.
Yeah.
I agree with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that. I never viewed it from that perspective, but
so I feel like everybody that was picked was good. You know, they just needed to reach their full potential, which they've.
I know like two people who fell out though. But I do know I got it in my head like right now. Okay. Like,
I mean, that's not bad. It's like 20 people on the flyer. That ain't bad.
That's from the same city too.
But yeah, that ain't bad though.
So
what new music you got working on right now?
Man, I actually got some heat, but I ain't gonna lie, I got some fire ass music, man. I got some good shit. I ain't really been cooking that much. I cooked something right before I got on the phone with y'all too, coincidentally. But I don't know, I got some shit. It's gonna drop, man. Y'all gonna see it. Bro. I got the song called Different Sauce. I just shot a video to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be fired. Like, it's gonna be catchy.
I mean, so Run It Up did very well. I don't know, 40K, 50K now. And that's just like the YouTube, Spotify, Apple streams going up. What you plan on like doing with it? Like you gonna run it back or Run It Up is
I'm gonna keep pushing the Run It Up record.
Got you.
Probably get a feature on it.
Got you.
Probably drop a video to it, more than likely. Yep. And just shit keep dropping. For real, the way I be feeling like it ain't even about I need to keep dropping always, but I just need to keep pushing. That's really always a thing. Like, it's gotta be just nonstop push because nothing really gets old in my personal opinion. Like, it's really be like it ain't been heard like to get old. So that's always my mental about it. Like, ain't a million people heard this song yet. Like,
yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
When a million people hear this song, it might get old to me. Like, it'd be like, all right, we don't let like 5 million people hear this. Like, it only got this many plays. Like, I feel like right now it's like if I don't feel like 1 million plus, really 100 million, like, it's not old. So any song can just reignite. Like, nothing is old.
Yeah,
I'm confident in all my music. Like, that whatever, like, you could pick whatever style of launch you want to hear. Like, you might don't like this, you might love this, you might love it all, you might hate this. I don't give a fuck. This music.
I mean, my opinion is like, even if you get 1 million or 2 million, the way music working now, like TikTok turning up, you look up, your song got like 20 million. So you got a whole nother new ball game. Like I'm watching the Cupid Shuffle get reunited or whatever, however you want to say it, revamped.
Crazy, right? That's why, bro. That's crazy, bro, that you bring that up. Cause that's why it's so important to own masters right there. That just for little shit like that. Like literally, because like most people be like, man, what's masters? What's the purpose of masters? When I first came to LA, bro, I feel like I was retarded because I didn't understand the concept of royalties. Like I just did not understand it. Like I feel like I was stupid, and I had to really ask like so many people. I was like, "Could you please explain it to me?" And they looking at me like, "You don't get it." Like I'm like, but then once I got it, I'm just like, "Oh, okay." So now I start understanding what's the concept of why is master so important, and it's literally important for that reason right there.
Yeah,
it can reignite at any given fucking time. Like somebody can literally just have a fire ass wedding and do a meme when they did the Cupid Shuffle and motherfucker fell and did the Cupid Shuffle. Now that shit just going viral. Now everybody playing the Cupid Shuffles at their wedding. Like now it's a wedding song. Now like just think about how cheap like just like songs never get old. Now just 5 years later, Mountain Dew got it. Go on, drink. Like it's just like that's just how it keep going. But whoever own the masters is the people keep getting that bread or that royalty. If you don't own the master, that's what hurt. That's why people like R. Kelly was hurt, but he went like they win with R. Kelly. It's crazy because it's like much as people try to deny and hate him, man, his music is fucking awesome. Like it's
right.
fire.
I mean, he kind of self-destructed himself, but
he did though. I ain't gonna go against it. I agree with you. It's still not right.
Yeah,
but his music fires.
I mean, yeah, it's played in churches and everything. I mean, it's good music
everywhere.
Well, Will probably was made off of that goddamn music. Real talk. For real.
Yeah.
Dude, so I wanted to know is like, all your music videos kind of have a certain style, you know, and obviously you went to school for filmmaking. How do you work with these music video directors and, you know, kind of to get your vision out there? I'm sure you have this idea in your head.
That's a good question though. That's really fire. So like when I'm eyeing like for videographers and stuff, like I really eye for like they creative, like how clean cut it is, and like do they really got creative. Videographers is just another story, bro. Cause it's like the thing about me is like when I meet people and I work with people, I mostly know their fields, and I probably know their jobs probably better than them, and it'd be so crazy because I just feel that confidence, and I ask them questions and I learn them. But it's like I be having this particular vision for my videos to always be me as possible. And then like to be organic. Like I don't want to make it seem like I'm doing something I'm not. You feel me? Like I like to just be me. Like if it's as simple as not having a grill because I just ain't got no grills around this week or something, that's cool with me. Like if it's like I want to turn up and show some money, I'm just feeling like money today. Let's show some money today. Like, but it's all me though. Like, and I want it to be just like, I don't know, I just got this thing, always just be me, organic. Like, be organic.
Yeah. And I think it makes it better, you know, because I guess you're going into, you know, picking these people that you're working with. Okay, they have similar aspects that I would like. And, you know, I've seen their work. They get it, you know?
Yeah.
Because some videographers just never get it, you know? There's two different types of videographers. There's like the guy that makes like the performance videos. That's it. You know, it's just like
facts.
They're in the street performing, whatever.
Them people I dislike.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they don't try new things, you know? Then you have the people that are actually like,
we just like stuck like this in this box.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make my video. Like I think within my budget, but like it's because it's crazy. It's like videos aren't as expensive as people think they are, right? It's really like, how do you get this video done? That's what everything is about. Like it's running business, right? Like you doing music. How are you recording? You recording at home or you going to the studio? You paying all this tabs. You doing this, you getting this mix, I don't know. So it's like with the video, it's like find a videographer who can understand. Like that is key. That's number one. Can I talk to him? Can he get a vision? Can he even be enlightened? But then I'll be telling them I need you to be you as possible. Like I do not want you to like get boxed in what I'm telling you. I want you to take what I'm telling you with a grain of salt, but I need you to be still your creative way. Like keep your stylistic approach, but I need you to like, I just want to give off this message or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to take nobody out their element. I hate that because I feel like they lose confidence because they too worried about what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, I've been there as a videographer when somebody's ultra specific and you feel like, oh my God, he's gonna hate it. I had an idea that I wanted to do, but now it's like he's gonna hate everything that I do.
Yeah,
it is tough, but I guess, you know, the videographer should be self-confident to know that, you know, any artist shouldn't be pushing to shoot exactly a certain way. Like, you know, hiring somebody, you know, their visual style, you should have liked that to begin with. You should trust them, you know, and let them, like you said, let them do their own work, because that's when they do their best work, when it's like a collaborative process where I'm coming in, bringing my ideas, you're bringing your ideas. Let's make this as good as it can be.
They gotta have that freedom. That's so key. Yeah. I tell them that all the time. I said, like, and then they be telling me, what you want me? I'm like, listen, I'm like, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I need you to be your creative juices. I don't want you to keep coming to me every 2 seconds like, shit. No. If you just ask me because you just, you know, trying to ask me, like, you think that'll be tight? Sure, I answer, but I don't need you to, like, I want you to be you. Like, do you. If you feeling like we need to get on top of the building and get a bird's eye shot from over here with a drone and all this, let's do it. I'm down for it. Like, we gonna make the shots. I told you, like, but that's the thing about it. I feel like if they into the video like that, they gonna want to push the video even more. Like,
yeah, that's another good point. Yeah.
Like, I need everybody in on this plan. Like, I need everybody to be like, I believe, like, this shit about to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team effort, right? And if everyone's pushing it, that means that someone, you know, if I like the video I'm shooting, then I'm going to tell my friends, right? I'm going to post it, promote it, because I'm proud of the video.
Portfolio. You might put it in a portfolio.
Right, yeah.
You feel me?
Exactly.
That's what I'm on. I want you to make your best work.
That's great. I think more artists should kind of, like, you know, take what you said and really think about that when they're working with videographers or even anybody. Like, it could be, you know, photographers, engineers. Like, make sure you can have your input because you're paying the person, obviously, but also let them still have their freedom and let them be creative, because ultimately it'll make a better thing than you controlling every aspect of it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Like, seriously. And with the engineering stuff, like, one thing I can always tell somebody, like, with engineering, if it's your first time in the studio or it's your first time really coming around the studio environment, like, communicate, like, with your engineer. Like, don't be on his fucking nerve, but just ask him the right questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you confused, ask him to explain some shit to you. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, tell them what you're looking for. Bring reference tracks, like, all that. Like, that's what changed the dynamics of that engineer and that artist. Like, that's how you build that relationship.
Yeah.
It's really, like, y'all gotta see what's going on. Like, y'all gotta really get it together. Like, it ain't just about, like, well, he can't do that. Like, he can't, you ain't really said shit how you wanted your stuff to sound. Like, you gotta elaborate.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta be you gotta be professional. You have to know kind of what you want. You know, that way people respect you at the end of the day. You know, people will respect you if you have a clear, like we said, clear goal, clear path you want to go.
Facts. Back to the point. The square root one.
Circle back around.
That plan is key. Like, that's all I preach now, man. I preach that plan and the mental. Like, you gotta have that plan. I feel like you got that plan. I feel like anybody who you ever heard their success story, they had a plan. It might seem like it wasn't a plan. Man, as an accident, that shit was all part of the plan, dog.
Yeah, they manifested it. So, you have anything else you want to add?
Nah, I think we got everything. So.
Yeah. Well, one thing that we ask everybody before we end the podcast, what's one piece of advice you'd give younger Lons?
17.
What age?
17.
17. So, I don't like changing nothing about my past. I don't believe in that. Okay. Like, I believe everything happens for a fucking reason. Like,
got you.
But I would tell myself, younger Lons, what's the question one more time? What would I tell myself or what?
Yeah, like, what piece of advice would you give?
learn. Just learn, dog. Like I wish somebody just tell me just keep learning. Like just learn. Like like instead of just like live life and just do this. Like, 'cause I feel like the community where I come from, like people want you to work a 9 to 5. Like they want you to like just be basic, get a job, bam, bam, bam. Nobody say like really like just go learn, just learn. I always want somebody to just tell me learn the most you can learn. Like just keep building your brain up and learn. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I think, and even when you get to where you want to be, keep learning, because that's the only way you got to keep learning always. Keep being open to learning, because things change.
I know it's silly though, but I think that's important, that learning.
I think that's, yeah, I mean, I think that's a great piece of advice. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being on the show. That was great.
I appreciate y'all, gentlemen.
Where can they find you at? The audience find you at?
Just find me on Lon6z. My handle is Lon6z on everything. It's LON, the number 6, letter Z. Lon6z.
There we go. Easy enough. Yeah.
Easy.
Check him out. Well, everyone, thank you for listening and watching. It's your boy, Chef T.
I'm with a Spacekid.
Gang.
And that's Lon6z. All right. Peace out, y'all. Thank you all for listening and joining us on another episode of the Stirfry. Unfortunately, I have some bittersweet news. Will is leaving for LA, which he's going to do that to pursue his dreams and, further pursue his career. I want to say thank you all for, joining and listening and helping me on this journey of podcasting. It's been great. And, I'm going to take a step back. Maybe I'll come back again. But for now, I think I'm going to just end it there. And it has been great. So you guys have a wonderful time and a wonderful life, and hopefully you'll see me again. Alrighty, so keep it real and see you soon, hopefully.